We're here at Winter NAMM 2016 in the ROLI booth with none other than Roland Lamb, the CEO of ROLI. So, Roland, thanks for being here and talking to us.
Thank you so much.
So you've got something new for us today, haven't you? It's the Seaboard RISE 49. So can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, we're tremendously excited to be launching the Seaboard RISE 49, which is the new 49 key wave size of our Seaboard RISE. And you know, the Seaboard RISE 25 I think was very acclaimed and people are really enjoying using it. But this is something that will allow people now who want to use it in a more keyboard-like way, playing it with two hands, going out and performing on stage to get the most out of the Seaboard.
So for people who aren't familiar with the 25, with the RISE 25, can you tell us a bit about the technology that's in there?
Absolutely. So the core idea of the Seaboard RISE is that it gives you 5 dimensions of touch. So with it's like a reinvention of the piano, and with the piano you get 1 dimension of touch, the way you strike the key, but with the Seaboard you can also change the pitch and tone and timbre of every note based on not just how you strike the key, but also how you glide left to right, slide up and down, press in, and then lift off.
Right, okay. So how much is this going to retail for?
So this retails in the US for $1,200, but it comes bundled with our soft synth equator, which is kind of bespoke built for this multi-dimensional sound.
So the 49 is presumably for somebody who wants to take the Seaboard onto the stage, but with the flexibility to use equator and the noise app as well.
That's right. So basically, you know, with the RISE 25, people are performing on stage with it, but it's more, you know, DJs and producers and people like the portability of that. But the feedback we've gotten is that people really like the Seaboard just as a keys instrument, and some people are using it for very keyboard-like sounds. And for those people, being able to play with 2 hands is great. But also, because it's a controller, it means you can connect it with many of your other favorite soft synths and kind of explore these multi-dimensional possibilities, not just with equator, but also with other synths, with other apps, and then it still all uses Bluetooth, MIDI over Bluetooth, for example, so you can use it with our noise app.
So what's the latency like with the Bluetooth MIDI?
The latency is incredibly good, actually. It's incredibly small, and people really can't notice the difference. We've even done some testing, blind testing and stuff, and it's very, very fast. It took quite a lot of work to optimize that, and the Seaboard is one of the first products to really implement MIDI over Bluetooth for a performance context, but so far so good.
So doing the MIDI over Bluetooth, does that limit what it's capable of doing because there's so much information coming out of this thing when it's connected to your computer? Is it the MIDI protocol that it's using, or is it something else?
Well, no, the MIDI over Bluetooth doesn't create any limitations whatsoever. It's able to send whatever data it needs to send. But as you may know, and some of your viewers may know, the Seaboard, it can work with traditional MIDI implementation, but it limits some of those dimensions, because with MIDI, you have, within a given channel, you'll have a set of notes, and then you'll have a kind of global pitch bend and a global modulation. But the whole concept of the Seaboard is that pitch bend and modulation all happens per note. So I can play a chord in this note, and then in this other note I can move and bend and slide all independently. We've been working with a whole big group of companies here in the industry to establish a new protocol called MPE, which is like a more multi-dimensional specification within MIDI. And actually, a lot of great products have already implemented this. So, Logic and GarageBand and Cubase and others all use this. Now that means there's a lot more compatibility, and it looks likely to become actually an official part of the MIDI standard, and once that happens, everyone will be able to adopt it. I should also say that the Seaboard RISE 49, and now the 25 as well, and the Grands, come with Bitwig 8-track, and Bitwig has also implemented MPE. So when you get a RISE 49, you not only get the hardware and then the soft synth, but you also get a DAW that's capable of actually allowing you to easily edit and work with this new, more information-rich form of MIDI.
Right, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks very much, Roland.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Cheers.
So the Seaboard is the evolution of the piano, the revolution of the piano. Thanks to the layout that is exactly the same of the piano, you can play exactly in the same way you will play a piano. then you can start working on dimensions, so the Seaboard is much more, of course. And I can work on the glide. So as a guitar player or a bass player is bending, he's bending the note, I can do exactly the same here. And I have a, and if I'm playing a guitar sound, for example, it sounds real. This is the dimensions of glide. It's one of the 5th dimensions. Then we have the press, so we can control sounds like a saxophone, for example, and I can control the amount of the breath thanks to the pressure sensitivity of the Seaboard. So I can do something like that. Then I have another dimension that is called slide. I can control some parameters moving up and down my fingers. So I can turn on the dimension and I can do something like this, more cinematic.